This is the T series auction. 12 items in this auction. First item on the list, T01. This is a raw chert from Central Texas. It has little pockets of concrete, so it's kind of hard to thin down. I had to go kind of narrow with this one. Let's see, it's 6 3/8 by 1 3/4 inches. Okay, just a little bit translucent around the edges. Next item on the list is T02, another raw chert blade. Little pocket of concrete there. I had to get creative with that one. I tried to run a flake across, and there's a little step fracture right there. So I had to take down a bunch of this side here and try to knock off that concrete. Worked out okay. Other side looks pretty good. This one is 5 1/4 by 1 3/4 inches. Not very translucent. Not many points in this auction, and I made them all yesterday. All right, T03 Edwards style arrow point. It is translucent. Let's see. Yeah, I can't see it that well, but it is translucent. It's not Georgetown. It's some other chert. Central Texas, Edwards Plateau. Okay. Let's see. 2 1/4 or 2 1/8 by a little over an inch, 1 1/8. Yeah, okay. Let's see. All right, so next item on the list, T04 is a Kirk made from Buffalo River. I'm not sure if it's heat treated or not. I don't think it's heat treated. I think this one's a raw, but I could be wrong. But it felt like it was raw. Just the Kirk serrated, little bit of yellow at the bottom there. Item T05, is a serrated scalorn made from black chert, or it's a dark gray. Yeah, it's more like a dark gray. Okay, that's all the points in this auction. The rest are a bunch of boxes of materials, and I do have a couple of pads. Now, I'm still working on the design for mine, the final design that I'm going to use. All right, so this is T06, a couple of leather pads. One that I used yesterday for making some of those arrowheads that I just showed. Works pretty good. And just a block of layered veg tan leather, tooling leather. Okay, that's what I make it out of. There's like 5 layers, but you can shape your own with this one. Okay, I'm going to offer these both together under the one item number T06. Okay. Let's see. Next item on the list, T07, is a box of flakes. I have 2 boxes very similar. Okay, these are Rainy Buttes, various Texas cherts. No heat treats, I don't think. This might be a heat treat in here or right there, but everything else is raw. Various Texas cherts and flints. That might be a heat treat. Not sure. Yeah, most of this stuff is raw. Okay, that's T07. T08, very similar. T08, another box of flakes. Very similar. Got some rainy buttes in there. Various Texas cherts from the same spalls as the other batch. Georgetown. Different grades of Georgetown. Got a piece of root beer type. Okay. So all these will fit into a small flat rate box. Okay. Next item on the list is a big old piece of tabular chert. All right, T09 is a piece of tabular chert, raw. Okay, dimensions on this one. This is being sold by itself. 1 inch by 8 1/4 by 3 5/8. Yeah, I didn't want to mess with it. I took some flakes around the edges, just barely. I didn't lose any width on it. Kind of thinned the ends a little bit. I didn't want to mess with it last night, so I'm just going to offer it like this. Some of you guys are chomping at the bit to get one of these, so that's one of my last pieces of tabular chert of this type. I've got some more, but much smaller than this. This is my largest piece that I've got right now of tabular chert, and you can see if you can try to capture some of that cortex and some of the color underneath, like for small arrowheads, it looks pretty cool. All right, there's that one. All right, the next 3 items on the list. This is T10. This next item is a bunch of bifaces of raw chert. Okay, this one broke, unfortunately, but usually with the nice colored stuff, it's not that great as far as quality goes. It's got some pockets of quartzite and various things. Okay, this is all raw cherts from Texas. If it says HQR, that's high quality raw. If it says LQR, it's a low quality. There's another box that has a couple of those. All right, this is high quality raw chert, high quality raw biface, another high quality raw. Okay, some of this has some dirt on it from being in my landscaping in my yard. All right, let's try to see if we can measure these. 4 7/8 by 2 3/4. Almost 4 inches. 4 5/8 by 2 1/2. 2 5/8. 3 3/4. Oh no, 3 5/8. Okay, all these are smaller than those. Oh, the rest, I mean. Okay. I'm gonna go kind of fast. I don't want this video to last too long. It takes forever to upload. Okay. I'm gonna go through these kind of quickly. T11, box of bifaces, raw chert from Texas. HQR is high quality raw. This is one I did on film, so I just threw it in here. It's got some concrete on that side. This one, I also did this one on video. A little bit of nasty stuff in the middle there, but it still naps. High quality raw. Just a regular dry chert. Another piece of dry chert. These are all raw pieces. And low quality raw. Very difficult to nap, but it's a big piece. 5 1/4. 3 1/4. Okay. Low quality means that it doesn't run really long flakes unless you hit it extremely hard. Okay. The high quality stuff, you can run big long flakes. Just about any kind of flake you want on this kind of stuff. And if there's room in the box for more, I'll add more flakes. I don't have any more bifaces right now, but I'll add some flakes in there. Especially in this box where there's a couple of low quality raw pieces, I'll add some Georgetown flakes or something to this one. Okay, T11. Alright, the last one on the list, T12. Another box of bifaces. Let's see, this one is Texas chert. They're all Texas cherts. They're raw pieces. LQR is low quality raw. HQR is high quality raw. So this is a Georgetown. This high quality. The low quality, I'm not sure what they call this stuff. But it's got issues like internal cracks and maybe some pockets of stuff. It's got seams that are healed and various other issues. So usually I just make a thick point out of this kind of stuff, but you can make real thin ones out of the high quality stuff. All right, just another piece of chert, high quality raw. This one is kind of a translucent. This is a translucent chert. Another, just a regular piece of very dry raw chert. This one is kind of purplish looking color. I think it'll turn even more purple with heat if you want to heat. All of these Texas cherts will respond to heat, but I would start at low heat, 300 or 270, even 275, especially for something like this. If you want to heat this, it doesn't need to be heated, but if you do, I would start low, 275. If it doesn't respond, just go higher. Let's see, 5 inches on that one by 2 1/4. Yeah, I was gonna make blades out of these this time around, but I ran out of time. Had to do everything at the last minute. Did everything, basically all my flint knapping in the last 3 days. That's it. I had a lot of other stuff I was doing. I was trying to set up for making flint knapping tools and stuff. So I'll be hopefully offering more tools next time. Or not more, but tools themselves. I got a couple of pads, but that I don't consider that a tool. 4 3/4 by 4. All right, so that's a big old ladder type thing. Okay, those are the items. Next are the rules. This is not a live auction. Auctions will begin at 12 noon on Mondays Eastern time and end at 9 p.m. same day. Now, even though it starts at 12, sometimes these videos take forever to upload. So I'm 5 hours early, so hopefully it won't take more than 5 hours to upload these. Or this one here, hopefully it won't last more than 16 minutes or so, and it'll upload okay. Try not to bid at the very last minute. I might not see your bids, or your bids might not post in time. I'll be using YouTube's time tracker to be fair. but it's not always accurate. So what that means is the accuracy, YouTube time may not reflect actual time, or it might reflect a time that's later than what you have on your clock. So you'll miss your opportunity, and you won't be able to get your bid in on time according to YouTube time. You might be right, but YouTube time is not that accurate, so you might miss out. So if you decide to wait until the very last minute, just be aware that I'm using YouTube time to judge who is on time for the auction. Okay? Bid in the comment section. I'll pre-populate the comments with item numbers and a timestamp where the item appears in the video. Please bid under the appropriate comment that I put in there. So I'm going to put in a bunch of comments myself, and they'll have the item number and a little timestamp and perhaps a little short description or a measurement of the item. Okay, you bid as a comment under those comments that I put in. Okay, just look at what other people have done in previous auctions and you'll be able to get it. I'll monitor the comments. I'll monitor the comments periodically, but the best way to ask questions or resolve issues is to send me an email. All right. I will announce the winner by commenting "sold. Thank you. Please email me your name, address, and preferred method of payment to jackcrafty2@gmail.com. There's no way for me to send you a PM if you win unless I already have your email. So please continue to monitor the comments after the auction is over at 9 p.m. Eastern. Just continue to monitor. I will write in this little, I'll cut and paste this phrase here. If you've done business with me before, I probably don't need a lot of this information, but you can put it in the email anyway. On some guys, they order so much that I'll just send you an invoice or a notice for the cost. Okay? But if you're new, make sure you include all this stuff, because your YouTube name is sometimes different from your PayPal name or different from your real name and that kind of stuff. Just make sure you give me as much information as I need to know who you are. Okay? Let's see. Shipping is free unless you're outside the U.S. All right, for international shipping, I'll add $10 for a first class package. I'll add $20 for small priority flat rate boxes, or $40 for a medium priority flat rate box. Most of my stuff will fit in a small flat rate or a first class package. Sometimes a guy will order a lot of items and I'll have to put it in a medium priority flat rate box. And that's all free in the US, but for international shipping, I'm going to add these costs on. Okay? I accept PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, checks, or money orders. I can also send you an electronic invoice to your email address that you can pay with a card. I will issue refunds if needed. If for some reason you cannot pay, I will offer the item to the next highest bidder. I will sign all items unless you don't want me to. Please let me know. I sign with a drafting pen. It's like a little marker, and I put a coat of varnish over the top so the marker does not rub off. If you want to remove the signature, you just take a little bit of fingernail polish and a cotton ball or a Q-tip fingernail polish remover with a cotton ball or a Q-tip and just kind of wipe it off. Shipping will begin on Tuesday after the auction. I will provide tracking numbers. Shipping will be done through the post office with first class package or priority flat rate boxes. Okay. If you don't see something that you want or you have any questions or issues, please email me. Okay. If you have the winning highest bid, but I award the item to another bidder because I did not see your bid, please email me and I'll try to make you a duplicate. Duplicates are getting harder and harder for me to make. I was making them in the beginning, but just be aware that it's getting harder for me to find material, so I may not be able to make you an exact duplicate. Okay? And again, YouTube time is a little bit off, but even I might not even see your comment, even if you bid on time and everything goes through on time and YouTube says you're cool and all that, I still might not see your bid. So in that case, it's not your fault, right? I'll try to make you a duplicate. Okay. All right, so that's it for this auction. Hope everything goes well, and good luck.